Welcome to my madness once again, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of troopers. We have got here in front of you a 332nd Ahsoka clone trooper. We got a 501st Legion clone trooper, an ARC trooper, a heavy assault stormtrooper, a remnant stormtrooper, an Imperial death trooper, and a shore trooper. I've been wanting to open these up for a while, so I'm really excited to get these things opened up and on my shelf. But of course, we're going to talk about them just a little bit here today and see what we think of them. So let's go ahead and crack all these guys open and see what we've got inside. All right, so we got them all cracked open. Let's go ahead and take a look at them one by one. We'll start over here with the heavy assault trooper, and this thing just looks great. I mean, come on, it's a stormtrooper, and it's just really well done. Pretty standard stormtrooper here, but of course we got the shoulder pad. Other than that, nothing too crazy here, but he just looks amazing. And it's figures like this that, you know, if you haven't checked these out, if you're, let's say, a Black Series collector and you haven't checked out the vintage collection for whatever reason, maybe you just want to stick to 6-inch or whatever, man, it's figures like this that make me want to urge you to at least check them out, because these are great little figures. And you know, I've said it before, I prefer the 3 3/4 inch when it comes to Star Wars. That's just my personal preference, because that's what I grew up with. And these vintage series are just amazingly well done. I mean, the detail on these things, given that we're talking 3 3/4 inch figures, is just so great, and just really not only give you awesome figures with really good articulation for their size, but, you know, give you that nostalgia feel like you did as a kid. And this thing just looks amazing. Really, really well done. The only thing I can say about this one that I'm not a fan of is his gun. And it's not that the gun isn't cool. You get this big, you know, Gatlin, you know, minigun kind of blaster here with the effects on the front. The problem is he just can't hold it. His hands just don't hold it. This thing is kind of too big and too heavy. I'm sure there's a way to get it to happen, but I couldn't do it. And while the gun is cool and the effects are cool, you know, it's just not very practical for him, because he just can't hold on to it. He's got a grip point here and a grip point here, and you put it in his hands, and his hands just don't close up around those grips tight enough to carry the weight of this gun, which is a little disappointment. I wish it came with like a tripod or something so you could have it mounted, but it is what it is, and you know, so there you go. All right, now let's take a look at the Death Trooper here. Death Trooper looks amazing. I've actually got the Black Series of this guy and love that figure as well. Love the Troopers. Who doesn't? Come on, it's Star Wars. Troopers and droids, man. That's where it's at. So we got the figure here, and again, just looks amazing. Great job there on the guns, on the helmet. He's got the chest rig going on with the pouches and the grenades. Everything just looks fantastic. Love this little figure here. Then, of course, we've got this remnant stormtrooper here. Again, just a standard stormtrooper, but, you know, he's got the dirt and the grime and got some of the paint chipping and everything on his armor. And again, it's just a good, solid stormtrooper figure, man. They just knocked it out of the park with this. Did a fantastic job. Again, it's the same as that one over there, just not clean, but damn, it looks really, really good. Then, of course, we'll skip over here to our clone troopers. And on this one, we've got one of our 501st Legion troopers, and again, looks amazing. This is a standard trooper, so nothing new here, okay? And in fact, as we go through, you'll see this one and this one and this one all share a lot, if not almost all, the same parts. But again, just really well done. It just looks like a good, solid trooper, man. I love these guys. These are awesome. Then, of course, on this one, you can take the helmet off, and you get a little clone face under there. Of course, he's got his large blaster rifle and then his smaller blaster rifle there. Looks good. Again, solid figure, really well done, great details, just looks amazing. And then, of course, we'll grab this one here. Of course, this is the 332nd Ahsoka Trooper. Again, same thing as this one over here. Honestly, they're exactly the same. The only difference is the paint is a little bit different. This obviously has the Ahsoka helmet. And then, of course, the blue on him is a little bit darker, but same guns, everything else. And then, of course, same head there underneath. So really similar between those two. But, of course, you know, hey, you got to have both, right? And then, of course, we get to our ARC Trooper here. I think this is ARC Trooper Jesse. I'm not as big a fan of the ARC Troopers with all the armor on them. I kind of like the way they look this way better because they remind me more of like the gradual evolution to stormtroopers like these guys over here. But still a really cool figure. He's, you know, I've got several ARC troopers and they all look really cool. And you know, he's got all the gear on him. Got his backpack there with his gear on it. You know, he's got the tunic and the armor and the shoulder pads and everything. Looking really nice. Of course, comes with the same guns as they all do, because, of course, all the troopers carry the same guns. He's got the rangefinder there on his helmet, which the other guys don't have. And, of course, it does come down if you want it to, but I kind of like the way it looks when it's up. And then, of course, you take his helmet off, and we've got Jesse there. Of course, shaved head. He's got the Republic symbol there on his tattooed on his head, which looks really, really cool. So, again, great job on these guys. Looks fantastic. Then, of course, we get to the one that, you know, I really like this figure, and I know a lot of people hate the carbonized versions. I don't know why, honestly, because I think they look really cool, especially when they're like troopers or droids. And you get that cool kind of shimmer to their armor that just, I don't know, I like it. I really like it a lot. It doesn't look good when it's on figures that aren't, you know, armored up or droids or whatever. But with a figure like this, I love this thing. In fact, this is my favorite one out of all 7 of these. I think this thing is just cool. This is a great looking shore trooper here. You know, he's got his pouches there. He's got the armor and everything. Helmet looks great on this guy. Did a fantastic job there. You know, you got the pants and the boots and everything. Just, it looks really, really good. I love this thing, and I love the shimmer, the quote-unquote carbonized look to him. Again, I don't know why all the hate for the carbonized versions. You know, if it's the right character and it fits, I think it looks really, really good. But I really, really dig this thing. Like I said, this is my favorite out of these. So, yeah, I mean, these are just great figures, guys. I mean, I get it. Not everybody wants to collect 3 3/4. I understand. But especially if you're a kid of the 80s like I was, and you grew up with 3 3/4, when it comes to these lines like Star Wars and G.I. Joe, to me, they just work better in 3 3/4. And that's just my opinion. I get it. A lot of you may disagree. That's cool. And it's not like I don't have 6-inch classified series for G.I. Joe. And it's not like I don't have any black series. I do. But when it comes down to it, the 3 3/4 stuff for me, when it comes to something like Star Wars, is the way to go. But there it is, guys. There's my quick little run over, review, overview, whatever you want to call it, for these 7 trooper figures. Hope you enjoyed it. Love to hear you guys' opinions when it comes to not just these troopers, but, you know, also just 3 3/4 stuff in general. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you have it? Do you collect it? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comment section down below. And that is it. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and always remember to enjoy your collection.